from WTNH Channel 8, this is Action News Weekend.
Good evening, I'm Camilla Carr.
I'm Jon Crane.
Some Canterbury residents say landfills in the area are making them sick, and they want something done about it.
Tonight, pressure is being applied to get environmental investigators to move more quickly to find the extent of the hazardous waste contamination and clean it up if need be. Linda Schmidt has the story.
This dump is contaminating the groundwater and leaching into the river.
About 50 Canterbury residents believe the Jaworski dump on Packer Road is contaminating the Quinnebog River, their well water, and is emanating toxic vapors. They believe it's making people sick, possibly causing 7 cases of colon cancer on Packer Road alone. 66-year-old Jenny Hatt has lost both her husband and her son to colon cancer.
I lost my son last April, age 38. He left a little boy, only 5 years old, and I miss him terribly.
But landfill owner James Jaworski says his landfill isn't to blame for the health problems.
It's a total lie.
Well, what do you attribute these sicknesses to, and the colon cancer? What do you attribute that to?
You have sicknesses and colon cancers everywhere, not only here on Packer Road.
But many residents believe the illnesses are more than just coincidence and are asking Congressman Sam Gadenson for help.
The testing results and the preliminary assessment that they did showed that there was high levels of contamination.
These folks want Gadenson to accelerate an EPA study of the Jaworski landfill, 2 others, and a closed toxic dump, all highlighted in red on this map. They're all located within a half a mile of each other and in the middle of a region Gadenson wants declared a national historic corridor.
With all the, sicknesses and illnesses we have here, why would you want to attract thousands of tourists?
Gadenson is promising quick action. He's meeting with residents on Tuesday and planning a meeting with state and federal authorities to determine if the dumps are indeed a health hazard. Linda Schmidt, Action News 8, Canterbury.
Canterbury is one of 23 towns in which Gadenson wants to include in his legislation to establish the region as a national historic corridor. Camilla?
Some 300 school jobs and programs may be cut from the Hartford school system. At least the city's Board of Education approved the cuts yesterday. Actually, the board is hoping this action will force the school employee unions to make concessions in order to close an $8.5 million budget deficit. You may recall that 2 weeks ago, Hartford School Superintendent T. Josiah Haig announced he would resign if just one employee were laid off because the unions wouldn't give up wage increases for next year. Well, New Haven is really taking a financial beating because of the shakeup in the state's off-track betting system. The city has lost $130,000 in just 4 months. This is because the state switched OTB operations from the teletrack at Long Wharf to the smaller teletheater inside the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Now, a state official admits New Haven's share of the OTB revenues has taken a dive, but says they're working on the problem.
Things are looking better tonight for a New Haven kindergartner shot while riding a school bus last week. The condition of 6-year-old Cesar Sandoval has now been upgraded from critical to fair, and he has been moved out of intensive care. He was shot in the head on Wednesday when the bus was caught in the crossfire of a street dispute. 3 teenagers are under arrest. There is hope tonight. A vaccine in the works right now could wipe out Lyme disease altogether. The vaccine protects laboratory animals and eliminates bacteria from the ticks that spread the illness. And one of the lead researchers, Dr. Richard Flavel of Yale, says in theory it might be possible with this vaccine to eradicate the disease. The vaccine is now being prepared for human clinical trials expected to start later this year.
Officers and firefighters got an all-out salute in Hartford today. It's called the Appreciation Day Parade, and it was a tribute to the men and women who put their lives on the line every day to protect the public. Hundreds turned out to wave flags and say thank you for a job well done. This parade was sponsored by the Hartford Christian Fellowship.
Well, still to come tonight on the late edition of Action News, chaos erupts in Sweden, the site of the European Soccer Championships. We'll have the details.
And thousands are praying for peace as a new ceasefire approaches in Yugoslavia.
And giving thanks to Old Glory in Glastonbury. We'll be right back with this and other stories. Please stay tuned.
Life at home and at work. Most parents strive to find the right balance between the two.
I don't want to be one of those fathers that's never around.
See how one couple copes with leaving their child for the first time and meets the challenges of making today's family work.
Say bye, Daddy.